What's good, YTBC? What's good, fight fans, boxing heads around the world? B Marsh with another boxing video. So I was about to say WNBA. Oh Lord, WBA. The WBA has ordered that Gennady Golovkin and Danny Jacobs, they need to reach negotiations within 30 days, or else the fight would go to a purse bid. And on top of that, the WBA, well, I keep saying the WBA has ordered that these two guys need to fight within 120 days. That's in 4 months. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably somewhere between maybe somewhere no later than next year January. You know what I mean? But one thing we do know that is HBO they already have a date for Triple G, and that's on November 26th. You know what I mean? And they more than likely gonna have that fight, whoever he's fighting, November 26th in Madison Square Garden. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. You know what I mean? The WBA has ordered that they make negotiations in the next 30 days. And if they don't, then they're going to have to go to a purse bid. You know what I mean? So that looks like a fight the WBA wants to they definitely want to make that happen. You know what I mean? And, I read this article actually on ESPN.com. You know what I mean? I'm going to leave the links in the description box. You know, some people might suggest that, this this particular fight would jeopardize Gennady Golovkin trying to unify and be a unified champion at 160, and that would interfere with him fighting the WBO champ, and that's Billy Joe Saunders. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's BS because really and truly, if Billy Joe Saunders wanted that fight, that fight would have been made, you know what I'm saying? And really and truly, I'd rather see Triple G fight Danny Jacobs because I consider Danny Jacobs the second best in the division. So that's what I'd rather see. We already know that Triple G is the man in the division. He got 3 of the 4 belts, you know what I'm saying? Billy Joe Saunders didn't want no parts of him up until he saw the fight against Kell Brook yesterday. So, he thinks he's vulnerable and he sees flaws. Now he wants to call him out. And so do a lot of people, you know what I mean? And Danny Jacobs looks like, he wants to fight him now too, you know what I'm saying? He definitely called him out the night before when he fought Sergio Moore in the rematch on PBC on Spike. So, you know what I'm saying? The WBA, they want to make that happen, and I applaud them for that, you know what I'm saying? It's long overdue. You know what I mean? That fight with Kell Brook wasn't even a fight that nobody was asking for that fight. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny how there's some channels out there, excuse me, on the YTBC who are, really trying to give Triple G credit for really beating up a welterweight, and they even really trying to discredit guys like Marvin Hagler, and basically saying Triple G got rid of a welterweight in 5 rounds, but Marvin Hagler got beat by Sugar Ray Leonard, and he got cut in the first round by Tommy Hearns, and he went 15 rounds with Roberto Duran. You know what I'm saying? But these people who talk all this stupid stuff, they don't know they boxing because Roberto Duran is not just a boxer or a great boxer at lightweight. This is one of the greatest fighters in boxing history. You know what I'm saying? And the same goes for guys like Sugar Ray Leonard. You know what I'm saying? And that fight he fought against Marvin Hagler is questionable if he beat him. It's real controversial, you know what I mean? Up to today, it's not clear cut. Nobody really knows who won that fight. Some people have Hagler, some people have Sugar Ray, some have it a draw, and there was never a rematch. So, it's not clear cut and dry that Sugar Ray went in there and dismantled a great middleweight like Marvin Hagler. And Tommy Hearns cut him. Yeah, cut could happen with anybody, you know what I'm saying? But what did Marvin Hagler end up doing with the lineal junior middleweight champion at the time? Tommy Hearns, you know what I mean? So, people they just talk out the side of their neck without really knowing the facts, you know what I mean? These guys really need to know their history before they jump out the window talking that rubbish, you dig? But so the WBA, they trying to make that happen, you know what I'm saying? And I'd really applaud them for that, you know what I mean? That's what we need to see in boxing, and hopefully, that's what we gonna get by November 26th. You know what I'm saying? Triple G is a guy who's on HBO. And I hope the networks won't be the networks won't cause this fight not to happen, because Triple G is a guy on HBO, and this other guy, he's a guy on Danny Jacobs is a guy on PBC and Showtime. But Bob Arum and Al Heyman, they do work. They're supposed to be now doing work together. Doing business together. So they should make that happen. You know what I'm saying? And if Danny Jacobs could go over to the HBO side and make it happen, and his goal should be trying to bring that belt over to the PBC side. You know what I'm saying? That's what it should be like. He's on the road. Even though the fight will be in New York City, if they so do happen to have it in November 26th. We'll see. But the WBA has ordered 120 days. They need to fight in 120 days, so that's no later than January, mid-January, and they need to come to negotiations within 30 days. Otherwise, the fight goes to a purse bid. Let me know in the comment section if you think this fight will really happen on November 26th or no later than mid-January. B Marsh Boxing. Thanks for listening. Wow.